Spring training is just around the corner, and the Brewers have announced their full run of non-roster invitees for 2026. Here are a few worth keeping an eye on for a variety of reasons. First, Reese McGuire. Now, I want to start with McGuire because while he isn't a traditional NRI with a prospect status, he does have a direct domino effect on a very well-known Brewers prospect, Jeferson Quero. McGuire is 30 years old, has just south of 400 MLB games under his belt, and was most recently with Milwaukee's rival just south of the Wisconsin-Illinois border, the Chicago Cubs, this past year. While many would consider McGuire a first-round pick that hasn't fully lived up to his potential, he's still been a steady backup option for a handful of teams. By slotting him in, Brewers catching prospect Jeferson Quero gets scooted over a bit. By many accounts, Quero looked ready. Through 58 games in AAA Nashville last year, he hit .255, had 6 home runs, 44 runs batted in, and the most impressive part in my book, 35 strikeouts in well over 200 plate appearances. Extremely low strikeout rate. The guy is a minor league Gold Glove winner from 2023 too, so the defense is there. Danny Jansen was in his spot, if you will, the backup catcher for Contreras, but then he left for the Texas Rangers. Quero's ETA is still set for 2026, but we may have to wait a little longer than we would have if McGuire wasn't in the building. While there are a lot of questions flying around the first base position, Luke Adams might be able to answer some. But right now, is it going to be Jake Bauers? Does Andrew Vaughn have the position on lock? Etc. I think a pretty large chunk of the Brewers front office would be real content with somebody like Luke Adams taking the position and never giving it back, especially considering his story. The guy has ascended from being a 12th round pick to being Milwaukee's 10th overall prospect by the end of the 2025 prospect rankings, period. Adams made the jump from high A Wisconsin to double A Biloxi and swatted 11 home runs and 15 doubles, the exact marks that we saw from him last year. The real draw with this guy, even though his career pro batting average is at .236, is his plate discipline. Sure, he can work on getting hard hit rates to happen a little more often, but Luke Adams has 213 walks to 260 strikeouts across 4 years of minor league ball. This guy has tried out third, but first base seems to be his calling card, and it's why I made the comment earlier about the stability of the position in the big leagues. Jesús Made is next. You've probably heard of this guy, right? Literally everything you want in a prospect, and we haven't seen a pipeline talent get this level of hype for the Brewers since Jackson Chourio. 5-tool player, switch hitter. Truly difficult to find out what this guy isn't good at right now. And at the age of just 18 years old, now we get to sit back and watch him go up against some high-level pitching in spring training in just a few weeks. He'll likely spend a bulk of this year in Double-A Biloxi unless he absolutely explodes, which is not out of the equation. But it's pretty amazing knowing that the potential future shortstop of this organization is going to be sharing the dugout with the big boys at just 18. Brock Wilken's next. We brought up Luke Adams a moment ago. Your other potential future power infielder is Brock Wilken. He also has an ETA of 2026, 6'4", 225 pounds, and someone who has 35 home runs across his last 2 seasons of baseball, which is just about 190 games of work. The arm has come along as a 60 grade to complement his power tool. Another guy who's estimated to arrive this year, like I just said. So now, just to name a few, you have Caleb Durbin at third, you have Joey Ortiz at short right now, with Made possibly coming up. Pratt and Pena waiting in the wings. Are they going to be at short or at second? Bryce Terang's at second for now, but you got to look at his contract. Andrew Vaughn and Jake Bauers are over at first, with Monasterio, Siegler, and others in the mix. And then on the corners, you have Wilken and Adams in the conversation. Something has to give. I don't know. There's my soapbox there. Last but certainly not least, Jett Williams will be our final NRI to focus on. His name's been getting a lot of runtime lately. One half of the Freddy Peralta trade return package, and very Brewer-like, drawing comparisons to Caleb Durbin as someone who's shorter, plays the game hard, and can fit that scrappy persona. I'm ready to see Jett Williams fly. Jett's speed is his best attribute, naturally, with a first name like that. Another 2026 ETA. He's the ultimate utility with the ability to play on the infield or the outfield. I'm excited to see how Pat Murphy utilizes him this year and hopefully for years to come. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to Brewer Fanatic on YouTube, and we will catch you in the next video.